Every day, this Philadelphia factory turns thousands of pounds of roasted peanuts and thick molasses syrup into more than 1.2 million bite-sized peanut chews. The combination of crunchy roasted peanuts, chewy molasses candy, and a smooth milk chocolate coating gives peanut chews a flavor and texture that are hard to resist. So how are the peanuts heated? Mixed into the chewy molasses candy, cut into evenly sized pieces, coated in chocolate, and packaged on such a large scale. Today, we're stepping inside the 130,000 square foot Goldenberg's Peanut Chews factory to follow the entire production process. Goldenberg's Peanut Chews got its start in 1917 as a military ration during World War I. Because it was created for the military, the recipe had to meet certain requirements. Made with peanuts and molasses, it provided some nutritional value while also creating the distinctive flavor that has always been part of the Peanut Chews brand. It was, in many ways, the original energy bar. When the soldiers returned home after the war, they began looking for Peanut Chews back in the United States. Since then, Peanut Chews has become a well-known and much-loved brand throughout the Mid-Atlantic region, especially during the holidays and around Halloween. Peanut Chews became part of the Just Born family in 2003. Just Born is also the company behind popular candies such as Peeps, Mike and Ike, Sours, and Hot Tamales. Peanut Chews is still made in its hometown of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, inside a 130,000 square foot factory. Goldenberg's Peanut Chews has maintained its classic identity since 1917. Now let's head inside the factory and see how it's made. Every day, the factory produces about 1.2 million bite-sized peanut chews. To keep up with that level of production, it needs a large supply of the ingredient that gives the candy its name, peanuts. Each week, about 30 large bags containing a total of 60,000 pounds of roasted peanuts from Georgia are delivered to the factory's receiving area. The peanuts arrive in stacked jumbo bags, with each bag holding about 2,000 pounds. The factory uses around 12,000 to 14,000 pounds of peanuts each day. These are medium runner peanuts that have already been shelled and split into halves. From here, the peanuts are lifted into a hopper system and passed through screens that remove any remaining debris or foreign material. Airflow separates the lighter shell fragments, while magnets and metal detectors check for any unwanted metal objects before the peanuts continue along the production line. Before being mixed with the molasses syrup, the peanuts pass through two large heating units, where they are warmed for about 15 minutes at 170 degrees Fahrenheit. Gently circulating hot air brings the peanuts to the proper temperature while keeping them dry and crunchy. This step is especially important because peanuts that are too cool could quickly lower the temperature of the syrup, causing the mixture to become too thick to coat each peanut evenly. The center of Peanut Chews is made with more than just peanuts. The nuts are held together by a thick, chewy molasses candy syrup. The process begins inside large industrial cooking kettles, where corn syrup, sugar, molasses, water, and several other ingredients are carefully measured and pumped in. Mixing blades run continuously to keep the mixture uniform, while the temperature inside the cooker is quickly raised to more than 300 degrees Fahrenheit in about 5 minutes. As the mixture heats, the sugar gradually dissolves, the ingredients blend together, and some of the water evaporates. This makes the mixture thicker, smoother, and glossier. Once it reaches the right level of chewiness, moisture, and stickiness, the mixture becomes a dark brown molasses candy syrup. Before it can be mixed with the peanuts, however, the hot syrup passes over a cooling wheel to prevent it from continuing to cook the peanuts. Large rotating drums then keep the syrup steady at around 105 degrees Fahrenheit. Temperature control at this stage is especially important. Even a small change can make the syrup too thick or too thin, directly affecting how much of the mixture goes into each piece of candy. After being warmed and measured, the roasted peanuts are fed into an industrial mixer. At the same time, the molasses candy syrup is pumped into the mixing chamber. Inside the machine, large mixing blades move continuously, gently turning the peanuts through the thick syrup. The equipment is kept at a steady temperature so the syrup does not cool too quickly or harden before all the ingredients are fully combined. As mixing continues, the syrup gradually coats the surface of each peanut and fills the spaces between them. The peanuts are distributed evenly throughout the candy mixture, while it remains soft, flexible, and sticky enough to hold everything together. At this point, the mixture has become a warm, chewy center packed with crunchy roasted peanuts. Next, the candy mixture is removed from the mixer and sent directly to the forming stage before it begins to cool and harden. After leaving the mixer, the peanut and molasses mixture is spread evenly onto a conveyor belt that carries it into a cooling tunnel. At this point, the candy is still soft and flexible enough to shape, but it gradually begins to firm up as it moves through the tunnel. Cooling makes it easier for the factory to cut the candy efficiently and into even pieces. The mixture then passes through large rollers. These rollers press and spread the candy into one continuous sheet with a consistent width and thickness. The spacing between the rollers is carefully adjusted to keep the center uniform in size and shape. Once it reaches the right firmness, the peanut and molasses sheet is sent to an automatic cutting system. First, a row of circular blades cuts the candy sheet lengthwise, dividing it into 27 separate strips. The spacing between the blades is set precisely so every piece has the same width. The strips continue moving forward and pass through a cross-cutting section. The blade works in sync with the speed of the conveyor, cutting the long strips into thousands of small, evenly sized peanut chews. These bite-sized pieces are known as naked chews, meaning they have not yet been coated in chocolate. Each piece weighs about 1/4 of an ounce after cutting. Once the chocolate coating is added, the weight increases to about 1/3 of an ounce. After cutting, the conveyor gently separates the pieces and spaces them evenly before they move on to the chocolate coating line. While the peanut centers are being cut into even pieces and sent through the cooling process, the chocolate coating is prepared in another part of the factory. The chocolate used for peanut chews has a special formula. It is made with a higher level of cocoa butter and lecithin, which naturally raises its melting point. As a result, the chocolate does not melt easily in your hand, but begins to melt as soon as it touches your tongue, creating a distinctive peanut chews eating experience. The process begins with large bars of chocolate, each weighing about 10 pounds. Workers place the bars into a specially designed melting kettle that works like a double boiler. Water is heated, and the heat travels through a jacket surrounding the kettle. This allows the chocolate to warm evenly and melt gradually without burning. Peanut chews are made with 2 types of coating: Original Dark and Milk Chocolatey. The Original Dark coating contains sugar, hydrogenated palm kernel oil, cocoa processed with alkali, cocoa powder, the emulsifier sorbitan tristerate, soy lecithin, and salt. The Milk Chocolatey version also includes non-fat dry milk and vanillin. Whichever version is being made, the mixture passes through a refining machine, where the ingredient particles are ground down to a very small size, giving the finished coating a smooth texture. From there, the mixture is transferred into a large machine called a conche. Inside, mixing blades continuously work the mixture as cocoa butter and lecithin are added. This gradually turns the thick mixture into a smooth, glossy flow of liquid chocolate. Finally, the chocolate is tempered through a carefully controlled heating and cooling cycle. This helps stable cocoa butter crystals form, giving the coating a glossy surface, a firm texture, and the right melting properties. In the coating room, 4 large tanks keep the chocolate melted and at a steady temperature, ready to coat each candy center as it arrives on the production line. Back on the main production line, once the candy pieces have been cut, they are ready for the chocolate coating stage. Here, each piece is completely covered from top to bottom with a thin, even layer of chocolatey coating. The centers are spaced apart on a wire mesh conveyor. First, the bottoms pass over a thin layer of flowing chocolate beneath the belt. Right after that, the pieces move through a continuous curtain of chocolate pouring down from above, covering the top, sides, and bottom of each piece. The conveyor vibrates gently to help spread the coating evenly, smooth the surface, and remove any small air bubbles trapped in the chocolate. As the pieces leave the chocolate curtain, A gentle stream of air blows across the surface to remove excess coating and control the thickness of the shell. It also creates the signature ripple on top of each piece, known as the Goldenberg's Peanut Chews wave. The peanut chews then pass through another cooling tunnel, where they are brought down to the right temperature for wrapping and sealing. By the time they leave the tunnel, they are ready for packaging. After leaving the cooling tunnel, the chocolate coating on the peanut chews has fully set. The pieces continue along the conveyor in neat rows, packed closely together like a small army moving toward the packaging area. Here, a spacing conveyor separates the pieces and guides them onto a carousel-style turntable. This system arranges them into a single line, making sure each piece reaches the correct packaging machine at the right time. Depending on the product being made, the line sends the candy in different directions. Mini peanut chews are individually wrapped, then automatically counted or weighed before being placed into bags of different sizes for retail or bulk sale. Meanwhile, the pieces used for peanut chews bars are grouped together, placed into U-shaped trays, and sent to a packaging machine to form complete candy bars. Another line also prepares peanut chews bars and boxes for movie theater concession stands. Inside the horizontal packaging machine, a roll of pre-printed film is continuously unwound and folded around the moving candy. Sealing rollers join the two edges of the film lengthwise, forming a tube around the product. Next, cross-sealing jaws press the film closed in front of and behind each package, while a blade between them cuts the continuous flow of film into individual packs. Once packaging is complete, the candy bars are placed into display boxes and closed by hand, while the mini packs are sent to the appropriate bagging system. One interesting detail is that the barcode on the back of the candy bar is designed to resemble the Philadelphia skyline. Finally, the finished bags, bars, and boxes of peanut chews are packed into large cardboard cases, sealed, placed on pallets, and moved into storage. From there, they are ready to be shipped to retailers, especially throughout Philadelphia and the northeastern United States. For many people, peanut chews are tied to memories, history, and a strong sense of tradition. Halloween is the busiest time of year, and everything that goes into making peanut chews has helped turn them into a well-known and much-loved candy. Which one would you choose? Original Dark or Milk Chocolatey? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching Food Tech today. We'll see you in the next episode.